if you're stationed out on Okinawa and you're easing into your last year or your last 6 months or so here on the island, before you retire and move back abroad or move back to the States, or you're PCSing, you're likely looking to get rid of a bunch of clothing and items that you have sitting around the house. Well, there's a place up in Yomitan, or close to it, called Oki Hands Oki Hearts, and we're about to take this huge load and probably some more. I'm going to make one more sweep through the closets, but anyway, wife's making fun of me because my camera cut off halfway through that clip, and I thought I was still recording and talking to the camera. But anywho, what they'll do with the proceeds from selling all those clothes and items that you take up there is help out folks in the local community that are either unemployed or homeless, or just they don't have the means or the access to get any good clothes and whatnot. So I think that clothing is all that they take. Did they have other stuff up there last time? There's some toys and stuff, I think. Yeah, there might have been some little kids' toys and blocks and little play tables and stuff like that. But for the most part, I think it was just clothing. But anywho, we're going to get on the road. We'll show you the way up there, and I'll drop a pin to that place down in the info down there below the video. But anywho, we'll get out of here. Catch up with you in a bit. Bye. I think that's like 100 pounds of clothing that we moved to Okinawa and never wore one time. Coming to Okinawa, winter clothes are probably something that you got a lot of in your house, depending on where you're at right now. You don't need to bring it with you. Leave that mess at the house. Sell it, donate it, get rid of it. You won't wear it here. Alright. So this place is called Naval Kadena. There's actually a little park right back there, and I think part of it's a water park, and then there's another seawall just beyond that. Pretty cool area. But it doesn't look like Oki Hands Oki Hearts is actually open right now, even though Google Maps said it was. But drop a few things down here. Right, we're done with that clothing drop. I think we're gonna head over to Rycom Mall. There's nothing better than right after you do a little purge, buying more shit. I'm just kidding. We're going over there to do some Mama's Day shopping real quick.
La boo boo.
La boo boo. Amay mi la boo boo. Patit ipon may mi.
มี
มีเหรอที่ไหน
ที่โตเกียว
ที่โตเกียวเหรอ
ใช่
ไปไหม
ไป
We got a 4-day weekend coming up. Might be worth a venture up to Tokyo. We don't know. We don't have anything planned. We'll see. But we are going to scoot over to Rycom Mall real quick, like. And I guess we'll take you along. Maybe. Maybe not. Nothing too exciting in there. We've been in there a million times. But anywho. But yeah, cool little area up here. Not on the seawalls where we went a while back.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah. Alright, we'll get out of your hair. one brief update to get you caught up on in the saga of all things Thai visa, or what will eventually be my Thai visa that allows me to live in the kingdom. For the third time, we mailed off our marriage certificate to the U.S. Had a collision there, but anyway, we mailed off our marriage certificate again for its third iteration or level, if you will, of authentication, and that's to the Royal Thai Embassy there in D.C. So I tracked it there. It made it like on the first or so. So I sent them an email just to make sure that they received it, because I didn't see the the money order get cashed yet. You can track those on USPS. If you just Google USPS money order status, you can punch in the serial number, the number of the post office that you used, and the amount of that money order, and it will let you know whether or not that money order's been cashed. And it hadn't, so I was kind of getting concerned because they had it for about a week. And they replied and they said, well, do you have a tracking number for the document you sent over? And once I gave them that, they looked it up real quick and replied back the next day, and they said, yeah, we have the documents you sent. Just give us 7 to 10 days processing time for this. So I imagine by the end of next week they'll be done with it, and that thing will be on its way back to us here in Okinawa from America for the third time. Its third trip around the world. But yeah. Then once we have that, it's all just taking it to Thailand, I guess on our next trip, and then running it by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs Legalization Office, Department, not really sure what you call it. And then we may or may not have to get it translated before doing that. But yeah, and I think that's a couple days process too. So yeah, there will be at least another Thailand trip in between now and retiring, because ideally I would like to go there on a 60-day visa? You can extend your tourist visa before going? 60 to 90? I think if you mail your passport to the Royal Thai Embassy, or just do it while you're stateside, so we've still got to go stateside for a visit too, but I think we'll do that and then get the 60-day visa, as opposed to just going to Thailand and getting the 30-day visa on arrival. This is all next year. I'm just future planning here. But I think if you go with the 60 days, you can then get that extended further to make it a total of 90 days. And I'm thinking that 90 days is probably enough time to go getting a marriage license or certificate, marriage in general, registered in the kingdom at the Ampur there in Karat, and then getting all the kinks worked out for getting a visa. So then once we're there for good, bickety bam, I'm on a marriage visa. But does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. It sounds good in my mind. I don't know if that'll if that'll pan out as smoothly as I'm thinking about it. There's always a hiccup or two along the way, it seems. But if you've got any experience with Thailand, you know that to be the case already. So that's where we're at. Waiting on that thing to come back from its third trip around the world, and then it's ready for use in Thailand. So, yeah. Onwards, we're heading to the mall. added a bit of dirt a while back to these little planters here, and this mint just exploded. Culantro do I? Yeah, mint really took off. We got a little baby papaya over here. Tick was gonna throw out some papaya scraps a while back when she was making some somtam. I said, you know what, I'm gonna go throw a handful of those back in a pot and let's see what happens. It's the only one that's really taken off, so we'll see what happens. We'll see if we don't get any fruit off of that thing here in the next year-ish before we leave. A couple of different kinds of basil down on this end. I think we might be about to get some rain here in a bit. Go in here and see what the mixologist is doing.
Mojito.
Mango Mojito time.
Howdy, Daddy.